What if Deku had a Wolverine quirk part 4? And for y'all, so y'all know, uh, once the thing ends, well, okay, let's get to the bit. Once the test ended and everything, he begun to work on nanites, but only as a side thing. He's kind of thought about it, thrown the idea up there a few times, but he's been more worried about making, Kachan's thing. So all he's just really done is made a nail-about structure. He has not made a, system that can power it. He's thought about rerouting the kinetic energy to help generate power, but he needs something just in case that gives it the extra oomph. So for now, here's a very simple program in it, allowing Kachan to control the suit, function of the kinetic energy to, enhance the blast by blowing the blast itself forwards with more force. And it's like the shock wave behind the blast, and how it reacts. Sometimes it can actually cause the fire, the explosion, the flame from the explosion to actually catch a little bit more, because oxygen. Anyway, but he right before they, about a week before they get the thing, because it takes 2 weeks in canon. A week later, let's get into this. Resume. A week later, after the test, he goes and finishes the suit. He talks Kachan into coming over there. When she gets it, don't tell him, he won't tell her. They should get theirs on the same day. Just call him and tell him she got his. And that neither one of them would listen to it till they both got that. When they both got the notification that that she and him passed, and that he did better, she got angry. But she got, and then when it's explained that he got because he beat the big thing with him, she was like, "Damn it." She believes that she looked at it as, I could have done it too. I should have. Oh well, that was. And this one, she's a lot. She's mean. Kind of like, she's a lot like the canon version, but she's not, a complete total asshole. So she goes and she's like, she doesn't get too mad, but he says, "I've been working on something for you. I got your mom's help. I knew what size to make in, and I copied the functions that you wanted and your design, and I did the best I could." And he shows her her vibranium suit. It's black with red. He tells her it was not easy, but he found a way to turn the black into a darkish crimson red. So all them orange spots and, anything that wasn't black is now going to be bloodshot, going to be crimson red. It's blood, sign, and black. And he's going to tell her that he couldn't figure out how to get the orange, but in the process he did get red. He is sorry that he could not get dyed any other color. And she starts getting mad, questioning why they do it, and he says, because as being your rival side, being your childhood friend and your best friend, I want you to have the best advantages possible. I'd rather, to increase your probability, not including, this will give you more power by attaining one of my abilities. Because one of my abilities lie within my vibranium. And she says, "What?" "Yeah, the suit's made of vibranium." I just said that. And it's designed to reroute the kinetic energy how you wish. Now, if you want to truly learn how it works and everything, I have a manual, and it's explosion resistant, just in case you get home mad. But here you go. But I just want to make sure, in her Cinderella way, she says, fine, but only because it'll be a good tool to kick your ass. And, so what she does is, she just goes with it. And she begins to test out, see all the things. And in this timeline, I'm going to say, right the day before school starts, she comes over and asks him, asks him, would you like to make my suits for the future? My materials. And he says, that was the plan. She's like, oh. And she's like, okay. And then she suggests the grenades. He's like, I'll try. And he begins to work on it, although it's going to take him a while because he's trying to, since he's doing the other thing, he told her, he's going to put that on the thing when he puts about 30 minutes to an hour a day onto that. He's going to focus more on his type of suit that he's going to make in the future. And just so y'all know, in this version, he basically doesn't have the bunny ears at all. His suit is, you see, his height intelligence made it where he just did everything differently. Basically his mask is just a green hood. Not even a green hood, sorry, like a green mask over his face with a metal piece covering his mouth and nose and all that, allowing all the air and everything to suckle through. After separating it from everything. While he has that bit of the mask on, is diminished a bit, he can pull that piece down. Basically the suit looks just like his canon version, except for it does not have braces on it. It does have the steel toes though. The steel toe bit. And he came up with that idea to add some extra oomph into it. And he got this idea at the same, let's say, a hero versus villain battle, where a hero has a mechanical quirk. Like their body, they can shift it. They can shift bits of their body to like small bits of mechanical, like his arm. He can only shift his arms and legs. He can still do it, and the rest of his body's pretty tough. But basically makes like shock suppressor, like booms, like in kind of like the shoes. So he bases the shoes off them, and for now they're made of steel, or not steel, but special metal. So everything goes normal. They start school. They do Aizawa calls them out, does the test, and at first he looks at Midoriya and Bakugo and all them, and when he goes out there, he looks at Bakugo and Midoriya, because Midoriya has his own suit. It's well designed, and the bit that covers his head is just basically what covers his eyes, it's just like a piece he puts on his face, like a top mask. And he can put that on top of his head. It's just attached to the back, It's basically just a half mask. And then there's the bottom bit. And the reason his suit is like this is because, it's a prototype. And Aizawa sees that Bakugo's suit is not like normal suits. He immediately catches on, that suit's made of something special. And in this version, I don't think it happened in canon. They didn't go out and wear the suits. They had it shown to Aizawa that they made them. You know how made beforehand? They had to show Aizawa what they looked like. So because, Bakugo and Deku showed up early, just do it. Show him, put him in the case, and that's it. And he asks, what do they have made? And Deku steps up and says, I made him. And, that close off. I'll tell you about the entrance bit where he tells everybody the lowest score fails in just a little bit. But, quite simply, he says, okay, then why is hers so much more advanced than yours? Well, I heal, so I don't need as much. Not including, I have been spending quite a bit of time preparing her suit. Because I can only make so much of that vibranium at a time without making it, just not making it properly. What do you mean we're not making... I can kind of accelerate the process. The problem is it's not usually stable, so it decays really quick. Like my father's ability. So I have to let that grow normally back. He says, really, how you get it? I bring out my claws and I kind of come off and grow my suit. I just do that, and I'm waiting for the time that I can go and do it again, because these claws are almost completely grown back to normal. I plan on getting rid of all but one in my feet, each foot, and the middle one in both of my hands, and do that repeatedly until I get my mask done. That's for the future. And when Kacha does this, she gets really ticked off. But he's like, okay, I see what's going on here. I see. So you think you can heal fast, much faster than her. So you think that you don't need it as much. Pretty. And he's like, he refuses to say anything. And she gets mad at what Aizawa says, but he's like, okay, get to class. And that's basically how it goes. Now, see y'all later. Please like and subscribe, I guess. Honestly, I don't really care. If y'all do or don't, y'all can dislike my thing or whatever. I suck at this. So, I'm just having fun doing it.